guys, today I'm going to show you a really nice makeup tutorial using the cream highlighting palette from Australis. I've really fallen in love with this one and I found I've been using it on a lot of shoots that I've been working on. So I'm going to drop in a few images here just so you can see the looks I've been creating, not only contouring the face but also using it to do beautiful, soft, natural looking eye makeup. So this video is to show you how I've been using it and why I love it so much. So I use it on the face and the eyes and I hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like and comment below. So from this palette, I usually always use the very lightest colour and the very darkest colour. I like to use the darkest colour because I already have a bit of a suntan at the moment, but the good thing about this palette is it's suitable for really any skin tone because there are lighter options as well. I'm using a medium-sized fluffy round brush to just gently wipe on a contour underneath my cheekbone and along the jawline. I find this brush being round and quite fluffy will give you a really soft contour rather than a hard line, and it's much easier to blend later. The beauty of the cream consistency is also that it's really effortless to blend. I don't find that it gets greasy or it moves, it stays really well on my skin. Saying that, my skin is quite dry, so if you have oily skin, I'd highly recommend using a primer and also a fixative spray once you've finished your makeup. So I've done my cheekbones, my jawline and my temples, and I'm going to use a smaller brush to do down the sides of my nose and gently across the bottom. Now it looks a little bit silly now, but I'm going to use this brush to buff it in as much as I can, and you really want it just to look like a nice soft shadow. So as I mentioned before, I've found myself using this palette on a lot of shoots that I've been working on. I have been doing a lot of beach shoots lately, so I've definitely been using a primer and a fixative spray after, just because we've been out in the sun and the product is a little bit more likely to move in this case. Saying that, I found it wears really well. On me, there's never a problem. On my models, there's never a problem, as long as you prime your skin correctly. So at this point, I've picked up another really fat, clean, fluffy brush just to go over and really work that contour in. As I said, I want it just to look like a really beautifully blended soft shadow. And when you look at the skin, it shouldn't be visible at all. So now I feel like this clean brush has really worked it in and made it look that extra bit natural. Now I'm using the lightest colour in the palette to do my contouring. So I'm going to start with a fatter brush and do sort of from the middle of under my eye and up my cheekbone, along my brow bone and down the centre of my nose. I'm also going to do my top lip gently and gently across my top lip as well. And this just gives you an appearance of having a fuller looking pout. Now I'm also going to put a little bit across the tops of my eyebrows. I find this does two things. It gives you a really nice shape to your forehead and a shape to your face, and it also makes your eyebrows stand out more and look more defined. So now I've got a big fat fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend that in so that the same thing, it just looks like a soft glow and you can't see any obvious makeup there. Now this is the part I find really the most unique about this palette. It looks amazing when you use it to do eye makeup. So what I'm doing is just a little eyeshadow brush, using it to actually contour my eyes. So I'm going to blend it into the socket line and also underneath my bottom lash line. And I'm just doing it a little bit roughly at the moment because it is a cream and it's so easily blended later. So the idea now is just to get it on where I want it, and then I'm going to blend it and make it look how it should in the next step. Sometimes I use a brush to blend the product, but sometimes I just get in there with my fingers because I do find the warmth of my fingers really blends it in well. I'm using the lightest colour from the palette again, and I'm dabbing it onto the inner corners of my eyelid. Now I'm applying some nice peach blush to give my face that extra bit of shape. The eyelids are now looking really nice and really contoured and defined, but I thought I would add the Australis Metallics eyeshadow in Guns N' Roses into the inner corner of the eye. Now this is the most metallic cream eyeshadow I have ever seen. It's really beautiful and it'll just give you that really nice pop. Now the final step to this eye contour is adding a matte dark eyeshadow. This is sort of a greyish brown and I've just blended into the very outer corners of that lower eyelid. I am using now a nice volumizing mascara on both the top and bottom lashes to make it look nice and lashy, and a pair of falsies. There's no eyeliner involved in the look, but there is lip liner, and I'm just subtly overdrawing my lips with this matte nude lip liner, and then I'm going to use my favourite Australis Velour Lips colour. This is Honolulu and it's a beautiful matte pink colour. Beautiful soft contour on the eye now. That palette has really made a really beautiful shape to the face.